So let's make with the simplest way. I'm a user. I want to upload some in situ data, for example, and download it. That's a quite simple use case. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to download, for example, use case CSV2. It's around 10 megabytes, okay? What I'm going to do, I'm going to make, for example, in situ, I'm going to give a name to my workflow in order to rename and have some added value in our pipelines. In situ, for example, download, sorry, break. Download, okay. I'm going to create a workflow. Okay, here is the notification area. The notification area is when you are having specific steps in order to give you back any specific feedback of what we are doing in your platform. So I just put a name, I just put the create workflow. What I have done right now, something that is an empty workflow. What means an empty workflow, please? Here is probably an area that I can select specific set of pipelines. What I can do, I'm having probably a data source, what is an input to my workflow. Okay, I want data that can be selected. I want a data output, okay? And of course, I need something like to use the GUI in order to demonstrate the sources. Do I need any other actions? Probably not. I am a user and I would like just to check the usability of the platform. So what I can do, it's just I'm selecting input, output, customer face, and of course, I am going to upload what I have selected right now. I'm going to upload my own zip. I'm just trying a little bit to to familiarize you with all the buttons and all the functionalities that we are having in our platform. Okay, so what I'm having a data source. I can upload my own data. So where I'm going to upload my own data? Inside the workflow, inside the data source. So the data source, you can imagine, is like a bucket of input files. Either you have selected from the dashboard, either that you are uploading from your desktop, from your account. We can have a data output, of course, several pipelines of actions, but we are going to go there at some point. And of course, the customer phase is when we are having the data visualization, when we would like to use this visualization and not just to download some data. Okay, what is the next thing is I'm going to save my workflow. I can go back pressing the EO4EU here icon, and I'm going to go back to my workflows. I can view again my workflows. It is successfully saved, of course. I can zoom in, I can zoom out. Here is the zoom in and zoom out. What I can see here in my, I can push save, and of course I can also select the publish. When I'm saying publish button, publishing the publish button, what I'm going to say, in other words, is publish my workflow in the cluster, in the Kubernetes and all these things. All the dynamic, if you can see, infrastructure is going to be compiled underneath. And what I can see in my left part, I can see the basic, if you can say, functionalities, data source. I need always a data source, a data input in my workflow. A data output, of course, I need to have a data output in order to be stored in an S3 bucket. The open fuzz, where I can upload my code. ARXR, that is the functionality of augmented reality visualization, and the customer face. What I can see in the Fusion has multiple, if you can say, algorithms based on the use cases or not. as you can see here, what we are having titles that are quite, if you can say, descriptive. However, for the specific use cases, you can find it in the deliverables and in the user guide. The next thing is the email. All the algorithms that we are going to run through the email that are use case oriented or not. As you can see, we're having compression, we're having decompression, we're having SSL, and we're having all the models requested from the use cases. Of course, we are having also more, but we are going to see it in a while. At the left part, probably you can see some notifications about what is the status of your workflow. Right now, we're having two main, if you can say, steps. The pre-processor and the post-processor is the one that downloads the data. And what I can find in the File Explorer, for example, in my C to download, I can see the source. I'm going to have any processing. So probably I'm going to see my input file. What I can do in my input file, I can download the files, open the selection, and select all files. I can push, for example, when we are having all the data, right now it's a dummy one, but I can, of course, select a source and download files in my folder. And of course, I can have data visualization. Why I'm having data visualization? Because right now, I'm having a CSV. I'm not having the map visualization. It's just a CSV. I'm adding a chart, EO4EU, CSV. It's quite big in order to upload it all in once. It has a chart type. You can select which chart type do you want. For example, let's say the line, and having the DT with the wind direction. And I can create a chart on demand. Why is that? It reads the CSV, it reads the, if you are going to see here, I'm sorry, it opens in a different folder. Wait. Here, if you can see the CSV, probably we can demonstrate from the 60 megabytes of data. Also, my computer needs some time. Let's open it through numbers. I'm sorry. It needs some time, I'm sorry. Because it's a big CSV. What I would like to demonstrate is that our data visualization reads, if any, all the first row of a CSV. It creates, if you can say, components in order to visualize. I just visualize, for example, the DT with the wave, the DT with the wind prediction. You can make any combination that you want. And of course, you can add multiple, if I can say, charts. You can add another chart and another chart. You can delete the chart. You can edit the chart. You can select something else. You can download the chart. And of course, you can delete it. So we are providing to the user also a quite, I think, easy GUI demonstration of the data that you would like to visualize.